Good morning. Yesterday, I talked about how we are God's building. And today, I feel like God's impressing upon my heart how not only are we God's building, but we are God's co-workers in the building process. How we are helping Him to build His eternal kingdom. And what a high honor that is for Him to give to us. Because think about it, God sent Jesus to this world for about 33 years, and only about 3 of those he was in active ministry. And then he took him back to heaven and entrusted us to be his hands and feet and his voice, his mouthpiece. God could have said, I'm not going to trust humans to carry out the work of the Father on this earth, and I'm going to keep Jesus here a lot longer so that I can make sure it's done right. But no, he just kept Jesus here a short time, and Jesus trained his disciples, his apostles, and all the people that followed him. And then the Bible, the New Testament, was written, and then he entrusted us to do his work. He entrusted us to be his co-workers. Wow, that's a lot. But thankfully, God doesn't leave us to our own devices to do that work. God gives us his heart and his spirit when we are saved, and then we're empowered to do his work. We don't need to carry it out by ourselves. So the scripture that I wrote down this morning to share is how God does a complete transplant in us. It says in Ezekiel 36, I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit in you and move you to follow my decrees and be careful to keep my laws. Wow. So he removes from us our heart of stone and gives us a heart of flesh, a heart that's pliable and moldable and workable for him to work through. And I was thinking about how on the outside, our physical appearance pretty much looks the same after we come to know Christ. It's the inside that is truly transformed. It's the heart and his spirit coming within us. And then I got to thinking about how I was talking about yesterday, the renovation project at the school I work at, and how from the outside, the appearance looks pretty much the same. We did get new windows, and we did get fresh paint around the windows, but the brick on the outside looks exactly the same. But if you go inside, that's where you see the difference. That's where that transplant has taken place, and all those old materials are gone, and the new costly materials have come. And that's where God does his work in us too. And it says that the work that we do, it will be revealed one day. So the work that we do, we should work with gold, silver, and costly stones so that it can stand the test. In 1 Corinthians 3, it says, the quality of materials used by anyone building on this foundation will soon be made apparent, whether it has been built with gold, silver, and costly stones, or wood, hay, and straw. Their work will soon become evident, for the day will make it clear, because it will be revealed by blazing fire. So on the day of judgment, the work that we do, it will be revealed if it stands the test or not. And I was like, God, how do we know if we're building with costly stones and gold and silver, or wood, hay, and straw and stubble that's going to burn up? How do we know? And I feel like he told me that we know the work that we do should be done in the spirit, the power of the spirit versus the power of our flesh. Well, how do we know if we're working in the spirit or working in the flesh? I think when we work in the flesh, we know it because we are tired and we feel weak, and we feel like we don't have strength to carry out those deeds. And we're just not very passionate about it either. But when we're working in the spirit, by the power of the spirit, we have passion, and we are just luminous and bright and glowing, and it feels light. It doesn't feel like a burden to carry out his work, but it feels easy and light, and we're excited about it. So I'm going to stop there. I'm almost at 5 minutes, but I hope that you have a wonderful day. God bless, and we'll talk more tomorrow. Bye.